Hey my friends, welcome back to Kyle's Film Garage. I am Kyle, and today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be continuing the series of the tents in Hollywood. I didn't know that this was going to be a series. I was just looking back on the last on my videos and kind of back in time and whatnot, and the first video that I did on the tents in Hollywood was back in February. Today is October 11th 2023. And I've done several of these. So what this is going to end up being is a documentary. So I will be compiling the timeline and the footage and all this kind of stuff and making a documentary out of this and releasing it on all kinds of platforms. So probably including this one. So that's awesome. Let's get right into it. First place that we're going to come up to is going to be Santa Monica and Mansfield. We're on Mansfield right now, and it is going to be right where the storage unit place is, the place called Public Storage. And so we're going to see what there is to see here across the street. All right, where are we, Kyle? So this is Mansfield Avenue, and that's going this direction, and this is Santa Monica Boulevard. So we're on Santa Monica and Mansfield. So across the street here, across Mansfield by the public storage, is the encampment that used to be down here where there was a big fire. So we're gonna go check out, check out that. Basically, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the same route that I take every time. So basically we're gonna go down here. We're gonna go a little bit west to the power station. We're gonna go up back to Santa Monica. Then we're gonna go all the way back up to Hollywood and Highland. And then we're gonna go up to Sunset. And so yeah, so we got a big loop, and it's probably a few miles on this loop. But this is gonna be part of the documentary, which is gonna be I'm gonna give you timelines, of how things have changed along the time, because we're going to be seeing the same markers and whatnot. But yeah, so that across the street there, that little encampment used to be down here, which is where we're going right now, down Mansfield, and this is the public storage. Okay, yeah, so this is the back of the public storage here, and right here is where the fire was, where that big encampment was back then. And since they moved over to Santa Monica, which we just saw, they have not had a reason to come back over here. But yeah, see they've painted this building. This is all nice and pretty now. This is where the big fire was. You can still see some of the damage on the ground here. But all right, so we're just going to continue. So we're basically at Mansfield, and we're coming up on Romaine. So we're going to be making a right at Romaine, and that is right by the Hollywood Toe. So as you can see, we're coming up on some tents here, and you'll find that kind of sporadically. But there's also a big encampment to the left here as we come up to the left. This is Romaine looking down this way, and Mansfield. So you can see here, there's a pretty big, I've actually never walked this direction, so this is going to be an outlier. But this is just part of what they had moved that encampment that was where we just were to here. Okay, so now we're on Romaine, and right across the street there was an encampment across the street, like right where that guy's tent is over there. There was several here. So I guess what we're looking at now is like where they had lined up and moved back down the street where we just were. So I guess what they've done, they put all these planters here. Let's check this out. So this is kind of like a technique that certain, you know, businesses are doing, where they have, they just put all these cactus planters, so there's no real place to put a tent. And so yeah, so there were, wow, look at that. Yeah, there were some tents here, and they were all along here, back down where that guy is, all the way to here, and up here where we're looking right now. And now there's a bunch of planters with cactuses. So okay, so I guess that's a technique that they are using so that people can't, you know, camp out on the sidewalk. So all right, we're gonna keep on walking down Romaine. We're at Sycamore and Romaine. This is right by the concrete factory, which is in the middle of Los Angeles, which is so weird. I mean, this is La Brea right up here, and it's a big concrete factory, just a bunch of cement trucks, and it's just weird. To me, it's weird. So we're coming up on La Brea, and so this gentleman here in the RV has been living on this street since I think we first started doing this. So basically, like this street, La Brea and Romaine, so you have to move your car like once a week. So there's like no parking on this, what is it, Tuesday. So Tuesdays, no parking between 12 and 3. So he would be moving, and I believe over across the street is no parking on Mondays or Wednesdays. So yeah, so basically you just gotta move, you know, a couple times a week or once a week, you know, so that all works out. We're at La Brea. So we're at La Brea and Romaine, and I'd gone down to the 99-cent store down that way. So we're gonna go ahead and go back to the 99-cent store down that way, and see what there is over there. By the way, I hadn't mentioned this before, but this t-shirt is my Kyle's Film Garage t-shirt. I do hand screen these, and it keeps this channel going. So if you want to support the channel, you can grab a t-shirt. I will have the link in the description. So with every t-shirt, I send out a signed postcard for Creature 6. And so if you want to support the channel, that is a way to do it. We have men's and women's cut, or you can support the Patreon, Kyle Hester Actor Guy. And that's all. We'll talk about that for now. Okay, so we're at La Brea and Willoughby, and this here, this used to be an encampment here. So as you can see from all the looks like fires and whatnot that happened here, they are no longer here. So the cool thing is that there's progress in certain places, which is great. All right, so you know where we are. We're coming back. Here's Romaine. There's a cement factory, and this is the Target right in front of us. And we're gonna walk down this street. This is the back of the Target parking lot. So wow, okay, look at this. So there's total movement on this situation. So there used to be a lot of tents over here, as you would see on the previous videos, but so yeah, basically right where we're walking there were tents, and then yeah, so basically, you know, you'd come out of there, and whichever way you turned, you would have tents set up on this sidewalk. So interesting. Okay, see these planters? More of the planters. So county line planters. Yeah, you can see, like, you know, basically just like the sidewalk burns, you know, where they used to be, and now there are planters here. Now there was a bunch right here where we're walking to, and now there's not. That you can see, like, the sidewalk burns and stuff like that as we're walking. That's very cool. That's very cool. So they're finding places for these people to be, and that's wonderful. So okay, so we are coming up to Formosa, and this is where the big power substation is, and so we're remaining in Formosa. Let me turn the camera around. Back basically on this wall, there used to be several people living here on this wall too. So, but as we can see, there are not. So we'll take a walk over there and look at the fire burns too. Yeah, because there was several little fires along here. You can see, you know, basically, yeah, there was this was a row all here. Okay, here's that fire. Yeah, like when these, and that's like a big problem with these tents, you know, is that they're flammable. So like if somebody lights a cigarette or whatever, and it catches on fire, they go quick. So yeah, so you can see that kind of thing has happened, you know, all over the place. So let's go to Santa Monica. All right, so this is the back of the Formosa Cafe, coming up to Santa Monica Boulevard. It's got your Pacific Electric railroad car. Yeah, this is where lots of famous Hollywood has hung out and still does. Formosa Cafe. Yeah, if you come here, you gotta go there. Okay, my friends, we just crossed Santa Monica Boulevard, and the next place that we're gonna pick this walk up is about Fountain and Highland, and then we're gonna go north on Highland and see where we go. And we are crossing Highland now, and we're gonna go north. Coming up on De Longpre, and this big building that's been being built forever. I don't think it will ever get done, but we'll see. All right, so we're coming up on Sunset, and right where we're about to come up, there used to be a bunch of tents too. So apparently something is happening. So yeah, I'll show you where they used to be. All right, so this is Sunset coming up here, and this area right here used to be a big area where people lived. Basically, all from right where I'm walking right now, you can tell just from the sidewalk, you know, the fire burns and stains and stuff like that. But yeah, so this is coming up on the Chick-fil-A. So that's another area that they're gone. So, which is great. So finding these people places to be, not on the street, because nobody wants to live on the street. So here's some remnants of something. Careful where you step. All right, so we're gonna go see what's going on. This is the Chick-fil-A right here, and Sunset and Highland. And interesting thing, okay, so right across the street there is, like, okay, this building across the street is empty, like there's nothing in it. But in that parking lot, can you see that? It's a bunch of planters, because we know from the earlier part of the video that that's what the city's been doing, has been putting planters on the sidewalk, and then they don't go and put the tents back there again. So let's just go across the street and take a look at these, and because that's the only thing that I can think of why they would be there. So let's go across the street. We are crossing Sunset right now. So check this out. So here are a bunch of planters in this basically parking lot. You can see here, this building is all boarded up. There is nothing going on. There are no tenants or anything like that. That is a security camera basically monitoring this parking lot and myself right now probably. But yeah, so as we saw from earlier, what they do with the planters, I am only imagining. I mean, I said I don't know, you know, what these are for, but I'm guessing. So we're about to go across the street where I think they may be about to put them. So let's cross Sunset again. All right, so this is the Chick-fil-A. That's where those planters are, across the street. And as we walk here, this is Sunset and McCadden. And these tents that we're gonna see here, this encampment has been here for a long time. And let's see what's going on down here across the street from the drive-through of Chick-fil-A. Thank you, man. Across the way here, yeah, okay, there's still some tents. All right, yeah, so basically this is the drive-through of Chick-fil-A, and they've changed. There used to be like a big, like, you know, those big house kind of tents and whatnot, and it looks like these green tents, it looks like are a city project, where, because a lot of these tents over here are all these green tents. So it's like the city replaced, or somebody replaced some of the older tents with some new stuff. So that's cool. I mean, it's something, if they're gonna be on the street, they may as well have, like, you know, nicer things. So, but yeah, so we're gonna keep walking. We'll walk by them, and I'll walk in the street like I do, and you know, be respectful and not talk while we're walking by them. So that's what we're doing. So this is right by the Hollywood Center Motel. So, and that is Sunset and Highland. So right there by the Chick-fil-A. So this particular area has been just like this for a long time. I mean, you'll, in the documentary, I'm gonna do like each individual walk kind of back to back, you know, with the dates and whatnot, so you can see what it looked like, how it changed over time, and that kind of thing. But yeah, but that'll be in the documentary. All right, so we're coming up on Las Palmas. So the next place that we're gonna go, so we're at Sunset in Las Palmas, and we're gonna cross the street here on Las Palmas. So we're gonna go up to Selma, and that's where the elementary school is, and there was a big encampment over there, so we're gonna go see if that's still there. All right, so we are at Las Palmas and Selma, and this is right by the First Baptist Church. So over to our right, wow, it's gone. Okay, so see the planters? We're gonna cross the street and take a look at this. This is wild. Okay, basically all of this area, this whole street right here, as you can see where the planters are, this whole area was tents. What a trip. Okay, so let's go to the elementary school. Yeah, like, look. Okay, see, this is like the burns on the sidewalk. And up here looks like there was a pretty, oh yeah, look, there was a major fire here. as you can see, the tree burned as well. Yeah, so that is something that happened obviously a lot with these with the tents fires. So we're gonna keep walking to the elementary school, and I'll show you where that was all, where all the tents were there. So this is the great news in all of this, is that like they're not there. So that means that in California you can't move someone unless you have somewhere for them to go. So basically, like, all of these people that all the tents that are now gone means that those people have been put somewhere, so some kind of housing or something, which is just fantastic. But okay, yeah, so here we are. So this is the Selma Elementary School, and as you can see where we are, basically, yeah, okay, so this is Castle Street, C-A-S-S-I-L, Castle, I think that's how you say that. Beyond that, this was full of tents. So pretty amazing that it's all cleaned up. This is great. You know, it's like I was hoping that there was gonna be like some positivity in this, you know, some happy times, better times, and it looks like it is. It looks like, you know, if there's an answer, and people are getting off the street, because yeah, as we're coming up, okay, so we're walking by the elementary school, and I can hear kids playing and whatnot, which is fantastic. But so bottom line is that things are changing for the better, and this is just a beautiful thing. And it looks like I'm not going to have to do these videos anymore, and that maybe this is the last date that I do this for the documentary, because things are happening positive. Because if you can see here, this is right, there's the elementary school, and then right where I'm standing is where this whole road, this whole street was full of tents, and it was bad. It was bad. I mean, there's no other really way to put it. But yeah, but they're not here now, and so yeah, I have a lot of hope. So that's cool. We're giving people houses, places to live. You know, it's wonderful. Yeah. So this is the Y, or the YMCA. So there was tents on this side and tents on that side, and that's right by the Selma Park. So there's still some people hanging out in the park, but there's definitely no tents here anymore, which is a wonderful thing. All right, so we're gonna go to Sunset again. We're gonna walk by the big church and see what's going on Cherokee, which is where they had, you know, a pretty big encampment at one point. But so when I did this walk, it's like I had no idea, you know, what I was gonna find, and that's kind of why I do these walks, because you don't know until you go there, you know. And I don't really drive through these neighborhoods, so there was no way for me to know, no reason for me to drive down these streets. And so yeah, I have a lot of hope, you know. And some good positive movements are happening. So silver lining, light at the end of the tunnel. That's what we all want. This is the Blessed Sacrament Church, big church on Sunset. So there's always been a couple of, this is Sunset Sound. This is a super famous recording studio. Like basically everyone has recorded something here. Led Zeppelin, Prince, all kinds of people. looks like a, so basically, you know, by the church is where people would come to, you know, get help. So that's why you probably would see some people here, you know, behind me as well. So this has always been kind of an area right here by the 7-Eleven. So down this way. But it's a lot less than they used to be. So it's a lot of positive movement here. So I'm really happy that we did this walk today. Yeah, so this is 7-Eleven. Looks like they had the little window broken there. So yeah, there's always been, and this particular street has always had stuff on it, but you know, it's a lot less than it was, so that's good. So I wanted to finish this video in this park. This is De Longpre Park, where the biggest magnolia tree in the city is. So I think if we learned anything through this video series, that things can get better, and things will get better. Sometimes it takes a little time, sometimes it takes a little energy, some thought, some preparation, some money, but things do get better and can get better. So I'm really glad that we did this. Please share this video with anyone that you think would like to see some progress, you know, because in this video is a lot of progress. So click like on it, share it, you know, comment, do the things that'll make this go viral, so that people can see that there's some positive things happening. So that's good, because we could all use it, right? All right, see you on the next video.